success and the demons. I mean, that's why one of the things that's very impressive to me about people like you that manage the success and it doesn't change your personality. You whatever anxiety comes out of all the pressure and all the people paying attention to what you're doing, you roll with it and you handle it. But some people don't. You know, it's that scrutiny, being the object of attention, is crippling for some people.
I think early in my career, I didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was a kid. It was immature. It was a weird thing.
But you still handled it well. Even though you didn't know how to handle it, you figured it out. Like, you did it. It was a struggle, but you never became an asshole.
No.
You never fell apart.
I think life is too just humiliating of a practice. You know what I mean? No matter how you feel about yourself, you get up in the morning, take that first shit of the day. You're a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fingers is like gross.
No, it is true. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I mean, the more things that I do that are humiliating or humbling's probably a better word. The more things I do that are humbling, the better it is for me.
Well, the thing I like about your comedy origin story, like I was fighting, I was teaching, he said, and I was doing stand-up, and I didn't commit to all of them. But now, that sounds like the recipe for everything you do.
Well, the things I do now, they enhance the other things. It's like if I'm doing a podcast, I think it enhances my stand-up because it enhances my perspective. The more people I can talk to, the more ideas I can take in, more conversations I can have with people. I get a better understanding of people, like I'm building a mountain out of layers of paint. Like every day I'm getting a little bit more understanding of people, a little bit more understanding of myself.
You got a broad base, man. Like, you know, I see you talking to people like Malcolm Gladwell. I read his books. It would intimidate me to just chop it up with him.
He's a good dude. He's easy to talk to.
He seems like a good dude. I don't know him at all, but he's a brilliant dude. You are a brilliant dude. But it's just weird. It's weird that I know you. You know what I mean? It's just so strange. Like I think back when we were all so young, nobody knew if we were gonna make it, not make it, this, that, or the other. Yeah. And what our careers evolved into. And I use the word evolve very specifically in your case because none of it was obvious.
No.
And the MMA thing is not obvious. This podcast is not obvious. And these things were what made you, you know, a multi-million-dollar player. I mean, we all sitcoms. That's like the obvious shit. We all did that shit.
Yeah.
But you found your lane, and it's a really hard thing to do.
I've just been lucky that I've always listened to my own instincts in terms of like, what do I enjoy doing? Whether or not it's a good career move or not, I enjoy doing it. Like the early days, MMA wasn't a good career move at all. Like the people that I was working with on news radio, they would talk to me about it like I was doing porn. They were like, why are you doing this? You're going to Alabama to do some cage fighting commentary? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Back then, I wasn't even doing commentary. I was interviewing fighters. I was just interviewing them. I was the guy who would interview the fighters after the fight was over.
Would you call fights?
No, I didn't call fights until 2001.
Oh,
that was the first time I called a fight. 1997, I was just the interviewer. I did it for a couple of years, and I enjoyed it, but it was just fun to be there. It was cool. I would just fly into these weird places, like, you know,
right,
Dothan, Alabama, you know, like weird little spots you would obviously never go to otherwise.
And that MMA thing was just kind of starting out. I remember I didn't see, you know, I started seeing like the Horace Gracie fights and shit like that in maybe the early 90s.
Yeah.
They started doing it. Shamrock was another place to
93
watch.
is when it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came around in 97. So I did it in 97 and 98. And then I couldn't do it anymore. It was costing me money. Like I could make more money doing a club for a weekend, a comedy club, than I could doing these gigs. And then, you know, I just decided I'm just going to stay a fan, just watch it from afar. I did it. I did the little interview thing. It was fun. And then the UFC was purchased by the Fertittas, and Dana White and I became friends because I was on Fear Factor, and he would give me free tickets to come to the fights. That's when no celebrities really knew what it was, and so if you could get a celebrity to sit up in the front row, and then they would interview me, and I knew so much about fighting, I started asking him questions about guys that are fighting in Japan, and then Dana and I went out to dinner, and he was like, why don't you do commentary? And I said, man, I don't want to do commentary. I want to get drunk and watch fights. Like, come on, man.
And props to Dana White, though. That's a good move.
Yeah, he saw me on the Keenan Ivory Wayans show too, making fun of Steven Seagal. And we were talking about martial arts, and Dana thought it was hilarious. And then we started talking about commentary, and then he talked me into doing one. I did like the first 15 of them. I did for free. I did it for a while, like more than a year, like maybe 2 years. I did it for no money. I just got free tickets. He just flew me out.
It's that, bro. You know, these paths in life, they reveal themselves. And this goes back to what we were saying earlier. If you look at things through the lens of money or monetary gain, you'll miss so much.
You miss so much.
This thing about just following a passion, having a good dinner with somebody, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's usually how the greatest things happen. When I did Star is Born, I don't do movies. But I'm so glad I did it. And it was just because I liked Bradley Cooper. I kept meeting him at parties.
That's awesome.
And I just like the guy.
No, yeah, that's being able to just do what you enjoy doing. That's the real success of life. Because if you're making a lot of money but you hate what you're doing, like when I was doing Fear Factor, I didn't enjoy the job. I enjoyed the people I was working with. It was fun. They were a good group of people. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was doing it for money.
Right.
And but it gave me, the good thing was it gave me fuck you money. So it gave me money where I had money squirreled away. I was like, ooh, I can relax now. Now I just do what I want to do. And what I wanted to do was like do this stupid podcast. And then, you know, do these MMA shows, go and do commentary. And I did all that shit. Again, it was all just because I enjoyed it. And then that became my life. My life became only things I enjoy. So now, whether it's podcast or whether it's stand-up or whether it's commentary, it's just I enjoy it. I look forward to it.
I had a year like that, right? Maybe the year before I did Chappelle show. It was just like I was saving up to take a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that when it came time to do Chappelle show, you know, the money was terrible, but I'd saved up. I could take the shot.
Yeah.
I could come off the road and take a real shot, and it made all the difference in the world.
When you take a chance, it's such a weird feeling. Taking a chance, like doing something, even just moving here, it's so exciting. So exciting when you don't know how it's going to play out. It's so nerve-wracking. Like, it gets you. You're like, fuck, is this the right move? Maybe I should just play it safe and stay where I am. I mean, LA's got to open back up eventually.
No, this was a great move. And I can't imagine what you saved in taxes.
I don't know. It's a lot, though.
It's got to be.
It's 13% is what California state taxes are?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm not even good at math, and I know that's $13 million.
It's going to get worse, too, man. It's going to get worse.
What?
Because they're jacking the taxes up. They're trying.
Oh, yeah. It's
They're jacking them up in New York.
You know what? Yeah, they're fine. Whatever.
Listen, if I felt like it fixed things, I would be happy.
It's that.